Kalidasa accomplishment is distinguished not only by excellence of the individual works, but by the many-sided talent which the whole achievement displays. He was a dramatist, a writer of epic and a lyric poet of extraordinary scope. In his hands the language attained a remarkable flexibility, becoming an instrument capable of sounding many moods and nuances of feelings. A brilliant medieval lyric poet, Jayadeva, in praising Kalidasa as a Kavi Kula Guru, which means the master of poets, and conveys his recognition of this aspect of the poet's greatness. Banner, the celebrated author of the prose romance, Kodambari, exclaimed, "Who is not delighted when Kalidasa's perfect verses spring forth in their sweetness, like honey-filled clusters of flowers?" Kalidasa works have been read with deep appreciation, but let us initiate from the beginning. Kalidasa was born in Ujjain in India during the 4th and 5th century in India during Gupta period, and used Sanskrit as a language for his writings. According to a legend, Kalidasa was born in an uneducated family of shepherds which was very poor, but in the same kingdom was a queen who had in-depth knowledge of Vedas, because of which she made a demand that only a wise man must marry me. All the wise sages were defeated in dialectics with the queen, and to destroy her vanity, the sages decided to deceive queen by letting her marry a fool. Later, they deceived her by saying that Kalidas will remain silent because of his fast and will only speak through symbols, and later manipulated those symbols in the way they wanted. Now the queen was deceived, and after her marriage she knew the fact of how she was deceived and insulted her husband, because of which her husband left home and prayed to Goddess Kali for the boon of wisdom, and was granted with that boon by Goddess Kali. This became a prominent reason because of which he became one of the most virtuous and noble poets. Kalidasa. The name Kalidasa means the one who is servant of Goddess Kali, and his dates have not been established conclusively. Some famous works of Kalidasa are Meghadutam or the Cloud Messenger, Ritusamharan or the Gathering of Seasons, and a play of Sakuntala. In Meghadutam or Cloud Messenger poem, we can see how a natural spirit or yaksha is separated from his wife because of his unmindfulness of appointed duty by his lord, and is obligated to live far away from his wife in Rama's hill. The yaksha is in grief and wants to meet his wife when he suddenly sees a rainy cloud in front of him, and he praises the cloud and starts telling about the destination of his wife, and also tells him to carry a message of his grief, regret, and his deep love towards his wife. The story in this poem is very beautiful and is one of the highest Sanskrit literary works. The poem is more than just a messenger poem and most probably uses a common device of storytelling. Shakuntala was another play of Kalidasa in which a king who was fallen in love with a woman who is a daughter of a sage, and later they fell in love, but due to unmindfulness of women, she committed an act of disservice and was cursed by another sage, but as she asked for forgiveness, the sage provided a remedy in which when the king will observe any object given by him to the princess, he will recognize her. Later, in the story, when the princess was taking the ring given by king to her, she lost it in the way, because of which king did not recognize her but asked her to stay in the palace until he remembers her identity, and also recognize the son in her womb is his own. But the queen left the palace and lived in forest, when one day some soldiers brought the ring from a fisherman, and the king recognized Shakuntala and gone into forest to bring her back. Kalidasa was an expert in bringing up stories that bring curiosity to a human mind and also express his deep emotion of love, grief, and happiness through his words.